You're listening to Forces Radio, bringing you swing time till midnight.
What's the damage, McGurr?
On the house, John. A wedding present.
Thank you, Monty.
You're a lucky man, John. Take great care of her. Well, you two. Big day tomorrow.
Make sure you bring your camera, McGurr. Good night.
What's this about you getting married, love?
That's right. Tomorrow. We've got the permission.
Hey, what's it to you, buddy?
A Yank. You're gonna leave me for a septic tank. No, my sweet. Your country needs you. This little pussy's mine, Yank.
You shut your mouth, asshole.
Johnny, it's all right. Don't...
What would we ever do without you, darling?
You're gonna say sorry, and you're gonna mean it.
Yeah, I guess I am. Sorry.
Johnny, get me going. Please. Johnny, please.
Come here!
I'd like to see Mrs. Simpson, please.
May I tell her the nature of your business?
No?
I trust this is important. Not just the war, but with the election. My time's not my own.
I'm Kelly Tarn, Mrs. Simpson. Department of Health.
Department of Health? And that's the state secret you couldn't tell the maid.
I deal with notifiable diseases.
Really?
Specifically venereal diseases. Gonorrhea, syphilis.
You do know who I am.
My job is to trace possible contact.
I'm rather busy.
I receive information which I have to follow up.
Information? From whom?
Mainly from the Marines. They're medical people.
Are you suggesting I've committed adultery?
I have to confirm whether or not you're infected. And if you are, make sure you're treated.
Get out.
I have the power to insist. Ask your husband.
My husband? My husband? Oh, God. Serves me right. I'm getting my own back. He was young enough to be...
Mrs. Simpson.
How dare he blame me?
I'll need a blood test and a smear. If you test positive, perhaps your family doctor can treat you.
He plays golf with my husband. Oh, it's disgusting. Can kill you, can't it? You will help me.
It won't kill you. I can treat you as an outpatient at the hospital.
You must get to know a lot of people's little secrets.
I try not to. I'm a nurse, not a priest. I can't give absolution.
Tonight you can put those stockings on, honey.
I'll see you tonight.
Pardon, ma'am.
You have a tin of pineapple music. And don't you say you can't take it. There's a war on, every woman for herself.
I can't take it. Visiting hours over, are they?
Oh, such nice, polite young men. Just boys so far from home. No mother to guide them.
They seem to find their way round.
Not the only ones. You looking for anyone in particular?
Georgina?
Too late, Kelly. The blokes have all been taken.
A long way away, I hope.
She's away, love. Gone home.
Grace?
I don't need you, Kelly.
I'm looking for a friend of yours. Rose Mitchell?
Who said she was a friend?
Didn't you used to work together? Seen her lately?
She said she was going back home for a while.
Well, if you do see her, ask her to phone me. Oh, sorry.
Look, it's okay. Just leave it, Kelly.
What happened to you?
Fell down the stairs.
And the blood? Nosebleed?
Let me give you a hand.
I can manage, thank you. You get blood on your uniform.
Isn't that what it's for?
She miscarried because she was beaten up. She still won't say a word. What am I supposed to do?
You get the police.
It has taken me months to gain their trust. If I go to the police, I'll lose it.
So, who beat her up? Boyfriend?
And ask, what's the point? Certainly wasn't a woman.
Well, not a small one.
Oh, I suppose it's her own fault. Always the woman's fault. It's like the pox. The woman is the source of infection. The name of the Yank who blames her doesn't even appear on my copy of the form. Boys just pass the buck. Doesn't matter how many other women he's infected in the meantime.
It's war, Kelly. The health of the fighting man's a priority. It's our job to keep him fit to die.
Sorry, Peter.
Got a minute? Any idea what those are?
Fish scales?
Yes, but what sort of fish?
I'd say blue cod.
So, commercial fishermen?
Savaged by a blue cod. Murdered.
A marine. It was in his pocket, brand new. Somebody may be missing him.
No. Not necessary. Marines carry wedding rings like they carry condoms and candy. It's part of their seduction kit. Pity they don't use the condoms as much as the candy.
I imagine they're harder to swallow.
Lost?
No. I was just wondering how the young girl's doing.
She's making satisfactory progress.
Good. Good. By the way, I didn't get a chance to introduce myself. I'm Mike Starwood. It's okay, Miss Town. I've got nothing contagious.
You seem to know who I am.
Your name's on the door. By the way, I thought maybe the stocking...
No, thank you, Captain. Save them for your lady friends.
Actually, I meant for you to give them to your lady friend. Grace, is it? But if you want to keep them, it's up to you.
Not a lot more I can add since we last spoke. 8 to 12 hours dead when thrown in the water. I think a commercial fishing boat was used to dump him. He could have fired a shot. It's all in the post-mortem. Sorry, autopsy.
No, if that's okay.
Of course.
Johnny O'Rourke. You survive a shit fight for some piece of sand in the middle of an ocean. And then when you think you're out of it, they stick it to you. You were a flyer, weren't you?
Messerschmitt came out of the sun over the English Channel. Kicked my ass.
You speak our language.
I thought it was compulsory these days.
I didn't know they got sun over the English Channel. I guess that's what fooled you. Miss Town down the corridor. Do you happen to know if she speaks our language?
No, Captain. Not remotely interested.
Fill in your form and we'll need your manpower number.
No, I don't want a job. I'm looking for someone. A member of the union. Her name's Rose Mitchell.
I'll have to ask the boss. Excuse me, somebody out here looking for a Rose Mitchell.
Mr. Leach will look after you.
Our members don't like us to give out personal information.
Oh, her mum's really sick. TB. And Rose hasn't been answering any letters. She used to work in hotels.
Mitchell. Rose. Mitchell Albert. Mitchell Bertram. Mitchell Ruth. Nairi, no. No Rose. No flowers of any kind, I'm sorry.
Thanks anyway.
We haven't by chance got trouble with the Mitchell girl, have we?
Nothing I can't handle, Mr. Carroll.
Okay, Private, kill it. It's a goddamn waste of time. So now, we're supposed to hit Tarawa, and my main source of intelligence is going to be your crappy reconnaissance photo.
Well, keep trying, Frank.
Hi, Mike. Come on in. You know Commander Dart?
Sir?
Okay, gentlemen. I need resupply, and I need air coverage plans. I need it by Tuesday, all right?
Yes, sir.
How's the leg, Captain?
Jitterbugging by Christmas, sir.
O'Rourke, any progress?
Yes, sir. The autopsy shows that he might have put up a fight before they dumped him.
What the hell you want me to do? Get my medal?
I have to find his girl. It seems she's disappeared.
Do you know who she is?
Sergeant O'Rourke had applied to marry her, but because of what she was, I turned him down.
Having regard to the social and moral status of the woman.
Oh, for Christ's sake, come on now, will you, Conrad? O'Rourke's dead. Christ, we're going to do a rerun of Guadalcanal here, but you wouldn't know anything about that because you weren't there. You were probably out playing Matahari in some goddamn cat house someplace. Tell them how it was.
It was a battle that will live forever in the proud history of the United States Marine Corps, sir.
It was a goddamn disaster, that's what it was. And this could be worse. Now, what the hell have I got? Jesus. I don't have any tide charts. I have less resupply ships. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Finding out who killed O'Rourke ain't going to give me the air cover that I need.
Frank, we need to know who killed him and why.
I can't understand you. I always thought that you were a man of superior intellect. So I just can't understand why you can't see the irony of looking for who killed one man in the middle of a world war.
Because there is more to a war than winning it, Frank. Our position in this country is tenuous. They send their men off to fight in the Middle East. Our men move in, their country, their women. In a couple of weeks, their guys are coming home on furlough. There could be a hell of a brawl.
I don't give a running shit. That's politics. That's your arena, not mine.
Frank, there is an election here. And neither Washington nor the New Zealand government want our presence to be an issue. O'Rourke's murder could be trouble. And if there's a problem, I want to know about it. So if Mike could stay with this just a little while longer, I would feel indebted to you.
Politics?
Politics.
Okay.
Sir?
1 second, Mike.
This is Zane. What the hell
I know General Zane is trying to block your transfer to Eisenhower's London staff. You clean this up, I'll swing it.
Thank you, sir.
It is gonorrhea.
Yep. But it's not anything I've ever seen before.
A mutant strain. One of mine.
S17/43.
Can we still treat it?
Not sure yet. Haven't identified it.
One I can't treat, and one I can't even find. Peter? Is there anything in your bag of tricks that could tell me the name on the top copy of this form?
5 mils carbon tetrachloride. With a tincture of methyl violet. Now, just as it evaporates, you should be able to read the name. Captain Starwood. Well, your boyfriend.
Mine.
He certainly gets around.
Grace, you're not well enough to be back at work.
I'm okay, Kelly. Couldn't take any more time off. If I don't work, I get the push.
Rubbish, Grace. Hotels are desperate for staff. And the government, the Manpower Authority, decides where you work, not the union.
Yeah, you reckon? come you know so much about the pox and bugger all about anything else?
I know Rose Mitchell didn't go home to Napier like you said she did. I know she used to work here, but your union says she doesn't even exist.
Round here, we do what we're told. Legs open, mouths shut. Sometimes. Or we don't work.
Is that what happened to Rose Mitchell?
You want to get me into trouble?
Do you drive a car?
No.
You had a petrol ration book in your room.
So? I took a taxi up home. Had to give the driver some coupons or he wouldn't take me.
Who got married?
No one. No one you'd know.
Some of the girls think it was Rose.
Yeah, well, she didn't know I'd have been there. Look, you can't help her. And if you keep hanging around, I'll get more than knocked about.
Why, Grace?
If you find Rosie, other people will find Rosie. God help her then.
Molly, come here, Molly.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Molly? So, what do you got for me, Molly?
Got a randy quartermaster with a big mouth. That's the truck schedule. Tires, gasoline.
Good girl. So, what do you want, eh?
Stockings and sugar. Bastards.
Yeah.
How was your trip home?
It was okay.
They're still looking for Rose.
Shut up, Molly. I don't know where she is, all right?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Rose? May I come in? It's all right, I
know what you are.
Then you know why I'm here. I'll also need a swab.
I know the story.
Grace tell you I was here?
No. She wouldn't. I found out she used to live here with her granny. You don't have to be afraid, Rose.
Have you ever lost someone? Someone you loved? They loved you?
No. Not in the way I think you mean.
You didn't care what I was? They wanted to marry me.
American. You can get dressed now. If there is an infection, I'll have to treat you at the hospital.
Can't. I can't go to town.
We'll need to work something out.
There's a fisherman's place at Macra.
It's where we're going to have our honeymoon. I can meet you there.
Rose?
What are you doing here? Did you bring him here?
No. You followed me.
Rose, we need to talk.
Turn your back, Captain, and let my patient get dressed.
Of course.
Take my coat. Get out of here, Rose.
What the hell are you gonna do with that?
Go!
You're gonna kill somebody.
If I have to.
Then go ahead. Come on. Okay. Now let's just start at the beginning, all right? I need to talk to that girl. Miss Town, please. I'll explain this to you. Would you just stop the car? Would you just stop it? Stop! You wear shitty stockings, nurse!
I've identified our mutant strain. It's called Burma A.
Not my problem anymore. I've asked to be replaced. The Americans can trace their own contacts.
Kelly, this strain can't be treated. It's not just resistant to sulfur drugs. It doesn't seem to respond to anything. We haven't got a cure.
Makes the job even more futile, doesn't it?
The furlough men, home at last. When the troop ship berthed this weekend, crowds gathered early at the wharf gates. More women than men, there to greet husbands, sons, brothers and sweethearts, loved ones they...
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to watch the film.
Well, we're not disturbing anyone.
Who among us is not truly proud of the fighting record of the men of the New Zealand Army?
If you resign, then I'm going to jack it in too.
Don't be ridiculous, Peter.
But among the loved ones, the question remains, haven't these men done enough? Is it not now time for others to take their place in the far-flung battle line? For it is the nature of all New Zealanders to do their fair share.
In Taro, right? I got 6,000 Japs dug in deep with live ammunition. What am I stuck with? I'm stuck with this here. There's a present for you. No, don't worry. It ain't gonna blow up. New Zealand's drilled a hole in the ass end of it. All the powder's out of it. Goddamn New Zealanders. Jesus. Shit, you couldn't have the crucifixion here because of the lack of nails.
We need to talk about O'Rourke, sir.
I don't want to hear about O'Rourke. Is that understood? The time has come, my friend. We write the letter home, killed on active service, and the general regrets.
The thing is, sir, I'm pretty sure there's an American involved in all this.
What are you talking about?
This is Johnny O'Rourke's file, sir. It's been cleaned out. When I denied him permission to get married, I put the report in there myself, along with a whole lot of other bullshit about Rose Mitchell being an unsuitable American wife. It's all gone. There's not one damn thing in there that says Johnny O'Rourke ever wanted to marry anyone. Now, only an American had access to that file, sir.
You're a persistent son of a bitch, I'll tell you that. All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a week. You got 1 week. Now, is that understood?
Understood, sir.
We are gathered here in Parliament tonight. Reminds us of what we are fighting for democracy, freedom, and certainly not for political popularity. Here tonight, a man who spent the last 3 years fighting, dying, half a world away. We honor them. These are the furlough men. Men who've done more than their share. It is time for others now to do their share. For no man should be sent to war twice until all have gone once. But as ever, what matters most is what we do when the battle's over. And so, I give you a simple toast. To peace and to the future. Peace. And to the future.
A word, Ralph.
What am I doing here?
Well, there's always the food.
Punch or Pim's cup for the ladies?
Pim's, please. Scotch with a little water, thanks.
Come along, Cora, my love. Time for a gallop. And you're next.
I believe this is yours, ma'am.
Thank you.
Whether you like it or not, we're on the same side. Now, I need to find Rose Mitchell.
Well, I'm not stopping you. I'm just a nurse with shitty stockings.
Not tonight. That girl's in serious danger, Miss Town.
God, whose fault is that?
Excuse me, is this person harassing you, ma'am?
Kelly Town, General Zane.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Michael's mentioned you in his dispatches. But...
Actually, sir, I was about to ask Miss Town to dance.
Oh, really? You mean our leg has made a miraculous recovery? It's nice meeting you, Miss Town. If you have any problems, come straight to the top.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't ask me to dance.
I'm not interested in dancing with you, Miss Town. We need to talk.
I need another drink first.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what to do. The pills you gave me, they haven't worked.
No. You have a strain of the disease that is resistant to ordinary sulfur treatment.
But you said it would be all right. Jesus Christ, what are you going to do?
I'm not sure. We'll just have to try something else.
It's not just for me. There are 2 of us.
Oh, don't worry about your young Marine. The Americans will take care of you.
No. No, you don't understand.
Austin?
My husband.
I'll get some glasses. Oh, darling, what are you doing?
I thought we might have a drink together.
Unfortunately, I have visitors. Come and say hello. You know Patrick Carroll, of course.
Good evening.
My wife, Henrietta. This is Austin Leach.
How do you do?
Will you join us for a little drink, Henrietta?
I won't, thank you. I'm a little tired.
Austin isn't staying. He'll see you out.
Good night.
And God bless.
All right, Carol, what the hell do you want?
I want you to leave my union boys alone.
I'm sure you do, but common morality demands your workers should do their share of the fighting.
Don't give me that common morality shit, Simpson. I promised my people they won't be forced into the army.
And you heard me promise tonight that I will not send the furlough men back to war. And despite the threat to your power, Paddy, sending some of your people off might cut down the amount of war material the Americans are losing.
Losing? Think about what you'll lose if these get around. You don't have a choice, Ralph. You'll just have to change your mind. When the furlough boys have had their little holiday, they go back to war.
How in God's name did you get these?
Well, unless what she's doing on her knees is praying, I'd say God had very little to do with it.
Sorry, you'll have to use the side door, honey.
I won't be using the hall's door. I'm here to see General Zane.
Main door.
The general is out this evening.
Yes, sir.
Unless you have an appointment.
Our apologies, ma'am. Please come this way.
My Chinese friends tell me this brandy is older than Napoleon. But my Chinese friends tend to exaggerate.
Thank you.
As the man responsible for liaison with your government, I know a little bit about you and your job.
A little or everything?
Does anyone ever know everything about another human being, Miss Town? But I feel I should apologize for making you clean up after us.
Compared with the horrors of war, a few cases of venereal disease aren't exactly the end of civilization, are they?
Maybe Simpson was right this evening. War can only be judged by the peace that it brings. What will you do when it's all over, Miss Town?
I wanted to be a doctor once. If I'm honest, I still do.
But if a war doesn't at least make things better, then it really is a complete tragedy. But you didn't come here to hear my sermon about winning the peace. You came to see the general.
I need something called penicillin. Your people are testing it.
Penicillin.
It's a new type of antibiotic, a drug that seems to cure a wide range of infections.
Venereal infection? Miss Town, I'm not asking you to betray a confidence. VD has plagued every army, perhaps since the ancient Greeks. It's of interest to us, perhaps of vital interest.
I have a patient with a strain of gonorrhea that isn't responding to ordinary treatment, and I think penicillin could be the answer.
Well, neither of us want an epidemic of some little nasty that we can't cure. Perhaps I can do something.
You mean it's possible?
It's all possible, Miss Town. It's the spirit of America.
Thank you.
Good night, miss. I got you a drink. You should have said you wanted it delivered.
Sorry. I got diverted.
Into a Navy staff car?
It's very late.
And you and I need to get a couple of things straight. Besides, you're gonna have a hard time sleeping with me out here all night.
Sorry, I haven't got any coffee. You have to know an American.
It's okay, I'll stick with scotch, thanks. So, what do you know about Rosie's boyfriend?
You mean the one she was going to marry?
Yeah. Except they weren't getting married.
Oh, yes, they were.
They tried. But the rules make it difficult for someone like her to marry a Marine.
All right to screw them, but you can't marry them.
I don't make the rules.
No. Just the complaints.
I beg your pardon?
You accused her, Captain, of giving you VD.
You're pretty smart. That form was a fake. I needed help, okay? I couldn't find the girl. I thought maybe you could. And you did. You really think she gave me the clap? You want to test me?
Your health is a matter of supreme indifference to me.
I just used the system and it worked. Almost. Listen, I'm gonna level with you about everything, okay? But you gotta promise to keep your mouth shut.
You arrogant American shit. You honestly think that you can come here and get me to do your dirty work? Abuse the trust these women have in me? These women who really need my help.
Rose Mitchell really needs your help.
And then you had the nerve to tell me to be discreet.
What exactly is your problem? Is it because you spend your days on the bad side of sex? Cleaning up the mess? Our mess as you see it? Is that why you hate us? Or is it just men in general you have a problem with?
If you were really men, Captain, you wouldn't be hanging around here having a good time. Hasn't anyone ever told you there's a bloody war on?
I don't need anyone to tell me there's a war on, sweetheart. But I'll tell you something. You know nothing about this war. You understand me? You know nothing.
Kelly, is everything all right?
Bill. Everything's fine.
Right, you forgot your blackout. See your lights in Tokyo.
Sorry, I'll fix it straight away.
Night, Kel.
Thanks, Bill. You too.
And what about Rose?
If she hasn't got the pox, she's none of my business.
Penicillin? What sort of a miracle worker is this bloke?
I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, if he's not just big noting it, you better see if you can get enough for two. We've got another case of Boomer A.
She should be clear.
Look, I haven't seen her. Promise.
Not since you took her up to the shack. You'd have been a lot more help if you'd been honest with me in the first place.
No, Kelly. If you really want to help, leave her alone. Me too.
Hey! Come on, ladies. Hurry up. Yeah.
Come on!
Well, Nurse Nosey.
Go on. I still want you to have a checkup.
Are you still looking for, what's her name? What's her name? Rose Mitchell.
No, I'm not. I know what you're doing. So don't threaten me or the girls.
You would look good in one of these.
A little tight. Round here.
Oh, yes! You bitch!
Hey, buddy! Where are the girls for 301?
301.
Who arranged this?
Look, don't worry about it. This one will do just fine. What's your name, sweetheart?
No, not here! Yank!
Stop it! What do you think you're doing?
It's okay, you don't have to thank
You're
me.
still bloody following me.
For Christ's sake! You're all I've got. You were right about Rose. I want to show you something. I found this at the American consulate. It was with her U.S. visa application.
But she could only apply for a visa if she had permission to marry.
And I rejected their application. So someone overruled me.
Who?
Don't know. But it had to be someone of higher rank. And whoever it was, they cleaned out O'Rourke's file to cover their tracks.
Oh, God.
Miss Town, do you have any idea why someone would want Johnny O'Rourke dead?
O'Rourke stopped Rose doing favors.
What kind of favors?
The Hotel Workers Union are using the girls to get information about American cargo shipments and truck deliveries.
You know, we'd cover a lot more territory working together.
I don't need protection.
Maybe I do. That thug in the locker room won't be so easy to kick in the privates next time.
Privates? Not turning coy, are you, Captain?
No, it's a military expression. Think about it, okay? Here's my number. Call me in the morning.
We can't work together, Captain. It's against the rules.
You want me to ride shotgun on the visit of the First Lady? Why me, sir?
It's very high on Commander Dart's political agenda. It's his idea. Lord knows he's the political power here. You play your cards right, maybe we'll get your London layoff.
I'd rather not do it, sir.
Why not?
Because it'll mean forgetting O'Rourke.
Forget what? You ain't discovered anything to forget, for Christ's sakes. Your whole report is nothing but a bunch of definite maybes. Well, I'm going to give you something that's not a maybe. Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt, and she's yours.
I have to find Johnny O'Rourke's killer.
Okay. Forget all the general shit. Just from one man to another, okay? Please tell me why O'Rourke is so important to you.
You know why, sir.
I know that he was on Guadalcanal with you. I know now that he's dead. And I know that most of your outfit was wiped out. But what I do not understand is why suddenly O'Rourke has become more important than all the others.
Because he's the only one I can do anything for. Because that kid slogged his guts out for 6 months in that fucking jungle. And he comes back here and he thinks he's safe. He thinks he's done a job. And he ends up floating in a harbor with his throat ripped out. At least he had a little honor there, sir. But he's got shit here, and I don't like it.
You don't like it? I don't like sending men into battle. I goddamn well don't like to see them die. But what I don't understand is this O'Rourke routine when you have filled out an application to London. Okay. Go to London. Maybe you'll sleep better there.
If you want me to drop O'Rourke, you're gonna have to make it an order, sir.
I'll give you a goddamn order. Find out who the fuck you are and what you want. Now you're dismissed.
In a night raid, Lancaster bombers from an
Good afternoon.
succeeded in
Good afternoon.
major dams in the Upper Ruhr Valley.
That's a good face.
I'm not here to have my photograph taken. It's about a tattoo.
You don't look the tattoo type.
What is the tattoo type, Mr. McGurr, as far as women are concerned?
You've probably seen as many as I have in your job.
How do you know what my job is?
We have clients in common.
Including a young woman whose bum you tattooed.
It is understood that civilian casualties were high.
Her name's Rose Mitchell. I have to find her.
Even if I had seen her, which I haven't, not lately, I'd be bound to protect her. These are interesting times, Miss Town. Rose may not survive them. Lovely though she is, she's She's one of nature's victims.
I can protect Rose.
I doubt either of us can do that. We're both being watched.
I wasn't followed.
Perhaps not by the American. She has a brother, Jim. Home from the war with the furlough men.
Yep, still following you. Be a whole lot easier if you got in.
No women allowed, sir.
She's just my secretary.
What's he want?
He's just my driver.
Yeah, well, there's no sifting. Hey! Hey!
I'm looking for Jim Mitchell. Jim, I'm Callie Town. It's about Rose. She needs help.
From him? Him and his bunch of bedroom commandos.
We need somewhere to train.
Mike.
Just piss off, Yank. Go and defend us from the Jap invasion, whatever it is you're supposed to be doing here.
Just fighting the war, soldier. Same as you.
War? Sitting around here. Must be hell. And as soon as the election's over, they're going to ship us right back.
That's got nothing to do with us. You talk to your own politicians about that.
They do just what the Yanks tell them. They want their money, their so-called protection. We have to eat American shit.
Wait a minute.
Stop it! Jim, your sister's involved in a murder. She's in danger. Where is she?
When I found out she'd been whoring with the Yanks, I kicked her out. I don't know where she went. Oh, shit.
The only man who really cares about Rose is the one who killed O'Rourke.
What makes you so sure it's a man? Maybe she killed him.
Never. She loved him.
Can she be the first woman in history to kill the man she loved?
Unless you and I have different definitions of love, I don't think you believe she killed him.
So what's your definition of love, Miss Town?
Can I drive? I've always wanted to try one of these.
Let's get out of here.
Why?
Please. Kelly, come on. Just come with me and I'll explain to you later.
What in God's name are they doing?
It's military regulations in the extreme. It's an execution. I'm sorry.
Why?
Murder, rape, dirty rifle. There's no questions, quick court-martial. And the letter home says he died in action.
You didn't have to try and protect me from it. I don't hold you personally responsible for everything.
These rules of yours, are they personal or professional?
If I visited my clients with a Marine captain in tow, they'd stop trusting me. Well, that'd seduce you. When I find Rose, I'll tell you. Commander, good morning.
Your penicillin.
Thank you for this.
I'm sorry not all our gifts bring such pleasure. I heard about yesterday. The execution. Captain Starwood should never have allowed you to be a witness to that. I regret it.
May I ask the soldier's crime?
Stealing morphine from the battle packs and selling it. There's enough penicillin there for 3 treatments. I had to let our people have some. I'd appreciate it if you let me know how the treatment goes. In order to get it, I had to promise the medical team some feedback.
Of course, of course. I'm very grateful, Commander.
Conrad.
To commemorate the visit of Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt, the Americans have asked this committee to suggest how that might best be done. Some memorial. One idea is a scented garden for the blind. My own preference is for a prize or scholarship. She's a woman of some intellect. Nurse Town. When you telephoned, you can't imagine the relief. Well, suddenly seemed a wonderful place again. But I suppose you've seen it all before.
Not this. I should give you the first injection immediately.
I'm sorry to ask again, but how much is that? I know you said the Americans would treat the young man, but you see, I wasn't entirely truthful. I didn't catch it from him. He caught it from me. I hope I haven't got him into any trouble.
I can give you enough for 2 people. I take it that your husband's golf-playing connections are no longer a problem. Your family doctor will treat you both.
Yes.
Curious. A tattooist who doesn't seem to have any tattoos.
I don't. But then you don't appear to have the pox.
Tattoos seem a little more obvious, don't they? For you to know I was followed by an American, you must have seen Rose. Have you had any contact with her since you sent me to her brother?
Contact. Now, that's an interesting word in the context of our professions. You're good, Miss Town. But you're way out of your depth. However much you may think that you know, you'll only know the half of it.
She needs my help.
I may be able to get a message to her.
I'll be there all afternoon tomorrow.
That's your coat.
Should any damage occur to said vehicle, such as a severely dented roof, as I recall, the driver will furnish a full and accurate report. A petrol ration is sufficient to cover your nominated journey. Should you require surplus petrol, I could let you have a gallon for £3.
£3?
It's best Yankee gasoline. The car will be ready in an hour. You wouldn't happen to have dollars, would you, mate?
There you go. So how do I find this Makarov place?
telephone here.
You're a nurse. You've got an upside-down watch.
What about a car? See, I've got a car.
Those men with the guns, they've got a car and a boat.
Boat? What sort of...
Get up. On.
Think you can handle this loon leech?
As easy as taking a piss and a lot more fun. Now move it! Get me low!
With your own gun. Good night, Yank.
Come on! Get them! Stop them!
One smart ass crack. Oh, God. Kelly?
No, I'm Cora. Cora Bell. I'm a friend. Now, come on, back to bed.
So are you a nurse too, or just another overconfident woman?
No, I'm not a nurse. Come on. I think you better sit down.
Thanks. Now, how did she get that fishing boat back around the coast?
She's done it before. Her father was a fisherman.
How come there's no man in her life?
Oh, there is. He's a doctor. He was captured by the Germans on Crete. He's in a prisoner of war camp somewhere near Dortmund.
She's never mentioned him.
No, she never does.
McGurr? Oh, I led them straight to him.
What did you tell the police?
Oh, as little as possible. Rose isn't safe until they find Leach. And with friends in high places, that may never happen. What a mess. I'll see you tomorrow, Peter. Can you do anything with this?
Yeah, unusual. Aerial reconnaissance film. Underexposed. You want me to try and print it up? Kelly, no more heroics.
Promise. I don't think Rose even got my message.
Well, if she didn't, then Leach would have been waiting there for you. No more going it alone, okay?
Why not? You're not much help.
My apologies.
If you'd told me what you were doing...
Did you tell me? By the way, I never thanked you for saving my life. Want some coffee?
Please.
Aren't you going to open your mail? There's one from Germany.
Butt out, Mike.
She's learning the language.
Mm-hmm. As a nominee for the Eleanor Roosevelt Scholarship, you're requested to present yourself for an interview. You?
I just put your name forward, that's all. If you win the scholarship, you can go to med school. Then you'll be a two-doctor family.
Mike, why don't you mind your own business?
It is my business. So you gonna go for the interview?
Damn you, Mike, you've made assumptions.
Only that you're good enough. Or do you want to be a nurse forever? Know your place? Come on, Kelly. Get off your behind and go for it.
I'm not very good at interviews. I have trouble being humble enough.
I'd never noticed. Okay. I interfered with your life a little. Consider it a gift. No strings attached. I know you've got a man you love. I just hope he realizes what he's got. And I'll be gone before too long. So just take it.
Are you there, Kelly?
Mike Starwood, this is Bill and Devon.
Someone else could have done this, but I volunteered.
You want me to go?
No. Rolly.
The Red Cross has notified us of the death of Captain Roland Francis Macaulay, New Zealand Medical Corps, killed in Dortmund on May the 24th, 1943. It seems that after they smashed the dams on the Ruhr, he volunteered to work with the civilian survivors. 6 days after the dam busters' raid, the RAF hit Dortmund with everything. You look after him, mate.
you want to be left alone or what?
Take me to bed.
No.
Yes.
Afraid you'd come to your senses, that you weren't going to show. You want a drink?
Bourbon, thanks.
So, apart from your choice of drink, how are you?
Confused. Are you married? I thought I should ask.
No. No commitments. At least no prior commitments.
I don't have to be a commitment, Mike. Just because I behaved badly.
You have nothing to explain. All right? Someone you loved was dead.
No. No, I didn't love him. I liked him. He was gentle, he was kind, he was a good doctor. I probably would have married him. But I never loved him.
When they were about to ship us out of Guadalcanal, we got our first mail run from home. And all the guys got letters from their girlfriends and their wives and their moms and dads, their buddies. And I got one letter. You know who it was from? It was from a guy in Nebraska who was trying to sell me life insurance. We were still bulldozing all the buddies on the beach. And back in the real world, they were trying to sell me life insurance. That's when I started going nuts.
Morning, Peter.
Morning.
I was wondering how you got on with that negative.
Oh, made a botch of it, I'm afraid. I tried to clean it up, stripped all the emotion off it. It's high-speed film. It's unstable.
Peter, I get lied to a lot in my job by experts. You're not.
Sonia.
Nothing. As clear as they come. Where do you want me to file this? Is there anything I can do?
Answer the phone.
Davis. Yes, Mike. I think so. I'll tell her. He's on his way. He was calling from your office.
Tell him I'm dead. And give him that.
Somebody paid McGurr to take this photograph, sir. He was hiding in the closet. Whoever set this up, I don't think it was me they wanted dirty pictures of.
Sir?
I don't believe I heard you knock, Conrad.
Excuse me, sir. Mike's transfer orders to General Eisenhower's staff come through. It's a flying boat out in the morning. He'll be in London in a week.
Yeah, that's it. The rest is history.
The buy-off?
Oh, you can call it anything you like. Isn't that what you wanted? Huh? The one thing, you can't change it now.
I can change my mind.
You can't change shit. I'm in the command here, not you. You had your choice. It was Tarawa or London. You chose London. Have a good time.
Hello, Kelly.
Rose. What the hell are you doing here?
The pox is bad. Did you get the coat all right?
I got the coat.
I just thought it was a card game. I didn't know they were taking photos. McGurr told me later.
There were other photographs.
Yeah. Me and the old guy.
Politician.
How did you find out?
Simpson.
I was just told to be nice to him.
Who told you to be nice to him?
I did it to get permission to marry Johnny.
Who made you do it?
He was just like the rest of them. Had to be nice to him first.
Who was it?
He was the boss. The one in command. He gave us permission.
We've got to go, Rose. Red caps all over the place.
No, you have to wait. Lift your dress, Rosie. You need another 2 injections after this. This hurts. But It'll work. Oh! You have to tell the police who killed Johnny.
Leach. We'll deal with him. Come on, please.
She's safe here.
Kelly, there's a meeting tonight. The soldier's on leave.
I'll take care of her now. When she tells them about the Union and Simpson, there is no way they're going to send us back. Come on, Rose. Move it.
Rose! Rose, wait! The photograph! With Starwood!
This is not a mutiny. We're not cowards. We're fighters. And now we are fighting for ourselves because this man has made a deal with James Patrick Carroll.
He's the traitor.
If we don't go back, his union members will have to go instead. His pals. In their protected jobs, making their bloody fortunes on the black market. And my sister Rose is going to tell you why Simpson has changed his mind. All military personnel on these premises are under arrest.
I don't think so. There's a lot more of us than there are of you. I'm sorry, Rose.
It was the Yank! I saw the Yank shooter!
Yeah, it was the Yank!
Yes!
You never trusted me. You took one look at that photograph and made up your mind.
Oh, what was it? Hotel rooms muddled up?
I was duty officer that night. I was throwing her out, and that's all. Because if it wasn't, I'd have the pox. So would you.
All this for dirty pictures of Rose and Simpson.
Simpson? So who'd want to blackmail Simpson?
The general.
Zane? Zane set this up?
That's what Rose said. The one in command.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm taking you home.
I'm sorry, Mike. I got it wrong.
We both got it wrong.
Captain Michael James Starwood, your failure to be on that flying boat this morning means you are absent without leave. You're under arrest. Your weapon, please.
I'm sorry, but there was rioting in the streets tonight. Murder of a New Zealand civilian by an American soldier. Potential dynamite.
No. Rose Mitchell wasn't murdered by an American. The man's name was Leach. Well, Mike saw it too, but he's been arrested for being absent without leave.
We found the gun. It was the service weapon issued to Captain Starwood.
Of course. Leach had that gun.
There are eyewitnesses who positively identified Captain Starwood. There's no mention of his Leach person.
I don't believe this. I'm an eyewitness. Nobody's spoken to me.
Aside from the gun, there's the matter of motive.
What motive?
Captain Starwood contracted gonorrhea from Rose Mitchell. He named her.
It's insane! The form is nonsense. It was simply to make me find her.
I wish I could help. Captain Starwood is a great guy. A terrific officer. But no one, and I mean no one, can interfere with a court-martial for murder.
How the hell can there be a court-martial?
Because of the specter of civil disorder, your government has requested that the matter be resolved as quickly as possible, and preferably before the election. I am truly sorry.
I wouldn't have dragged you out of bed if I'd had any choice. If you could get your husband to speak to the Americans, they'd listen to a cabinet minister. Especially to him. Please.
I'm sorry, Miss Town. He's a very busy man.
Was your young American ever lucky enough to receive penicillin? Didn't you worry about him once you were all right?
I did, as a matter of fact. He didn't need it. I understand he was shot for stealing morphine.
You looking for me?
You said come straight to the top. You can execute Mike, but I'll make sure that the truth gets told.
Excuse me, Frank, is there a problem?
No, come on in. Stick around for a bit. Okay, young lady. Tell me something. What is the truth?
As the commander knows, the penicillin that only he could get was used to treat a very nasty strain of gonorrhea. Burma A. A young Marine caught it. The same young Marine that was conveniently shot for stealing morphine. He caught it from Henrietta Simpson, who caught it from her husband, who caught it from Rose Mitchell. 4 people with Burma A, and 2 of them are dead. 2 without power or important friends.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't understand.
According to your evidence, Rose Mitchell gave it to Mike Starwood. But Mike hasn't got it. He never had.
Are you trying to say that Starwood never had any relationship with the Mitchell girl?
What she's not telling you, Frank, is that she's in love with Mike Starwood.
And that's the irony. You may lie, Commander. You too, General. Mike's lied. I mean, I've told a few fibs myself, but... the clap, it doesn't lie. If Mike had had this honest disease, I'd have it too. I don't. Missing penicillin, Commander. You didn't need it for a dead Marine. You needed it to treat yourself. You gave Rose Mitchell Burma A, Commander. You. The one in command.
Get this bitch out of here, Frank.
Where's your sense of humor, Conrad? I think we should kind of ride this thing out.
Oh, Rose was desperate to marry Johnny. But when she was refused, she came to you for help. Oh, you must have seemed important. But you took advantage. You made her do a favor. 2 favors. The second one with Simpson. Be nice to the old bloke. Rose would do anything to get married. And she did. What you forgot to mention was that you'd arranged for a few photographs to be taken.
Did you organize the dirty pictures, Conrad?
And just why the hell would I do that?
Winning the peace. Isn't that how you see it? Little insurance policy. So that when Simpson finally becomes Prime Minister of this funny little country, he'll do exactly as he's told. But an ally can't be seen to play dirty. So you get Carroll to do the job. He uses McGurr. McGurr's dead too. But he left this.
Well, that's aerial reconnaissance, Conrad. SRX 300.
If only you behaved yourself, Commander. Or had a little less exotic infection. You'd be home free.
What's she trying to prove? That I slept with a dead whore?
Drop your pants, Commander.
What's that?
If you give me a specimen, I'll test for penicillin.
That's a hell of a thing to do with a good bourbon bottle.
Enough of this nonsense. This is a naval command. It's not a damn thing that you can do about it. Furthermore, it's political, not military. So piss in your own bottle.
Would you like to tell that to Eleanor Roosevelt?
You and the First Lady are close, are you?
I'm being interviewed by her tomorrow at 2 for her scholarship. I'll see how she feels about your gift, Commander.
Hold it, Commander. Conrad, the time has come for a little house cleaning. Because come tomorrow morning, I sure as hope like hell that none of what this little lady says is true. You all right?
Okay, this is General Zane here. I want Captain Starwood out of the brig. Report for duty at 0600, and that's an order.
So now, as far as what you saw, heard, or said, it's best forgotten, okay? As far as Leach is concerned, you can hand them over to the local cops. And the Mrs. Roosevelt thing, well, I think the best thing is that Miss Otis regrets.
I have to see Mike.
You can't win every hand, you understand that? Mike is a Marine, there is a war on, and we get the first call. I'll be glad to give him a message if you like.
No, it's not something anyone else could say. Grace, what's happened? The Americans won't answer calls. The town is dead. It's like they've gone.
They have. Back to the war. Well, that's what they were here for. There's a battle fleet in the harbour. They're all out on the ships, ready to go.
Well, they can't sail until high tide. The tide's turning. They'll be gone by dawn. Please, I have to get a message to one of them.
Fox News isn't meant to fall in love.
It wasn't something I planned.
You'll have to be a backdoor girl.
I'm sorry, ladies. These walls are restricted. No civilians.
What would he know?
I'm gonna write you, honey. I promise. Take care, son. Bye now. Good luck, Jimmy.
That's it, guys. Move it. You're under battle orders. Last Liberty's leaving for the fleet, so say goodbye. Come on. Let's go fight a war.
Say goodbye to Daddy, darling.
Come on, guys. Move it.
Got 30 seconds, Captain.
I was scared you'd stop following me. I can keep you here. I have the power to detain anyone who I suspect of having a notifiable disease. You don't have to go. I want to keep you here.
I do have to go. That way I can come back.
Move it, sir!
I love you.
I love you too. I always will.
Captain!
The night we met, we both knew then that time was running low. We made a pact that where or when were words we'd never know. So love me now, love me now. The stars above are dying. Love me now, love me now. The birds of dawn are crying. Say goodbye, don't ask why. There's no time left to borrow. Love me now, just like there's no tomorrow. Now's the hour to go do all. God knows if we'll meet at the end. I'm not someone worth dying for. Live for me, my friend. Say goodbye, don't ask why. There's no time left to borrow. Love me now, just like there's no tomorrow. So say goodbye, don't ask why. There's no time